Hello students, welcome to RH Chemistry. Today in Final Punch KCET 2020 series, I am going to discuss about first PUC, some basic concepts in chemistry. First we see the synopsis, then we will solve some important questions, previous year asked question. First SI units. Remember name of the quantity and SI unit I have written. So just it's a revision, remember that. Length, meter, mass, kg, time, second, temperature, Kelvin, electric current, ampere, luminous intensity, candela, quantity of matter, mole. Then if you consider volume, so volume is meter cube, density is kg per meter cube because density is nothing but mass by volume. So concentration is mole per meter cube. Then the conversion degree Fahrenheit to the degree Celsius. Degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 degree Celsius plus 32. Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15. That is, when you add 273.15 to degree Celsius, you will get Kelvin. Remember that. Then we will see significant figures. So in CET, one question can be asked on this. So first thing you remember, all non-zero digits are significant. I have given two example for each. Some more example, you can refer any of the reference books. All non-zero digits are significant. Remember 285, here 3 digits are there, that is significant. 0.25, this 0 you have to leave. 1, 2, that is 2 is a significant figure. 0 preceding to non-zero digit are not significant. Remember 0 preceding to non-zero digit. For example, 0.03. So this 0 is not significant, this 0 also, so only one significant figure. 0052, only 52 will consider it a significant figure, like that. Zeros between two non-zero digits are significant. So zeros between any two non-zero digits, all these 1, 2, 3, 4. So here it is 7 significant figures are present. So zeros between any two non-zero digit. But if 0 preceding to non-zero digit is not significant, remember that. Then zeros at the right side of the number, very important, zeros at the right side of the number are significant provided they are on the right side of a decimal point. See, left side of the decimal point insignificant, but right side if it is present 200, 3 is a significant figure. But if it is, there is no decimal point is present like this 100, then that is only 1. We will consider only 1 as significant figure. If it is 100.0 if I write, then the 4 significant figures I have to consider. For example, if it is 10.00, then I have to consider this as 4 significant figures, remember. So like this, significant figures can be calculated. And finally, in a number written in the scientific notation, if it is written in the scientific notation 10 to the power, then remember here, leaving this, remaining all are significant. 400, 4011, that is 4. 38.256, that is 5, like that. And one thing you remember finally, pi value has 3.142, like that. Pi value has infinite significant figures. Infinite significant figures. Remember that point? So these are about significant figures. Then you will see laws of chemical combination. Very simple. First one, laws of conservation of mass, or matter also you can call it as. Matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. Which means the amount of the reactant will be equal to amount of the products always. That is law of conservation of mass. Then law of definite proportion. According to this, given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. See, for example, pure water obtained from any source such as river, well, rain, etc. always contains in the ratio 1:8. So, the meaning of this is any one compound when you prepared by using any different method, whatever the different methods you use to prepare, but its composition remains the same. For example, carbon dioxide. So, carbon dioxide is always a CO2 irrespective of the preparation of that. So like that, remember law of definite proportion. Law of multiple proportion says that if two elements combine to form more than one compound, the masses of one element that combines with the fixed mass of the other element are in the simple whole number ratio. If two elements combine to form a compound, so more than one compound when we consider, the mass of the one element it is fixed. then the another mass of the element which is combining with the fixed mass of the other element is always in the whole number ratio. I will give you an example. S2 plus half O2 give rise to S2O, S2 plus O2 give rise to S2O2, hydrogen peroxide. Here you can see 2 gram of hydrogen, 16 gram of oxygen to form 18 gram of water. Right? So now you can see the ratio if you take, so here H2 plus O2, first I will tell this, H2 plus O2 give rise to H2O2, 32 gram here, because O2 here, O2, half O2, which means 1 oxygen we consider, so it's 16 gram, 32 gram. So fixed mass is which one? Hydrogen now, correct? Hydrogen. So when the hydrogen is fixed, that is combined with the fixed mass of the other element, this ratio is always in the whole number ratio. That is, you can see the masses of oxygen 16 and 32 when I consider, which combined with the fixed mass of the hydrogen, 16 is to 32. Simplify this, you are going to get 1 is to 2. Which means it is always in this ratio only. It is always in this ratio only. So similarly, you can consider any of C plus O2 CO. Say that is C plus O2, right? 2C plus O2, 2CO, right? So C plus O2, CO2. Here fixed mass of oxygen is fixed one. Oxygen mass is fixed. Then the ratio is, remember in this particular case, here it is 12 to the 24 is to 12. So 2 is to 1. So like that, law of multiple proportion. Avogadro law. Avogadro law states that equal volume of all the gases under similar conditions of temperature and pressure contains equal number of molecules. So Avogadro law states that so equal volume of all the gases. For example, here 2 moles of nothing but 2 moles of hydrogen, 1 mole of oxygen, 2 moles of water is formed. So here you can consider 1 liter of hydrogen, 1 liter, 2 liter of hydrogen, 1 liter of oxygen, 2 liter of water is formed. So similar number of, equal number of molecules will be there. So the meaning is that, remember, if you consider 1 mole of hydrogen, 1 mole of oxygen, 1 mole of water, it is always Avogadro number of particles. That is called as mole concept. So in this case, remember 1 mole is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 particles. Anything you can consider 23 particles. So it is just like a dozen. So dozen of anything will have 12 units, right? So similarly, 1 mole of any compound, any substance, any element having these many particles. Then molar volume means, remember, volume, which means we will always talk about only gas. 1 mole of gas occupies a volume called molar volume. That is 22.7 liter or 22.4 liter. So 22.4 liter in atmospheric pressure, 22.7 liter in bar pressure. But generally what we will do in the competitive exams is that, so while solving the problem, so 7 is odd number, even a number if you have, it is very easy to simplify without using calculator. So hence we will generally consider this. But actually in board exam you have to consider 22.7, remember that. Then atomic mass, we know that atomic mass is the ratio of average mass of an atom to the 1/12th mass of carbon-12 isotope. First it was, they calculated in terms of hydrogen, then oxygen, then carbon. Now we are following carbon-12 isotope weight. Ratio, it is a relative mass, remember. Then molar mass is nothing but sum of masses of the atom. For example, if it is like C6H12O6, if it is given, then we will calculate carbon, that is 12 6 ja. So hydrogen is 1, oxygen is 16. Then when you calculate, you will get 180 grams per mole is the unit for molar mass. Or atomic mass unit also you can tell. That is about molar mass. So in this particular case, remember, this atomic mass of which all the element you have to remember, if you ask me. Atomic mass of which all the element you have to remember, sir. Then I will tell you. Atomic mass of generally commonly come across element you remember. That is about, remember. So first hydrogen, we know that 1. Right? So 1. So hydrogen equal to 1. So remember, then carbon is equal to 12. Oxygen is equal to 16. Nitrogen is equal to 14. Then calcium is equal to 40. Potassium is equal to 39. Then aluminium is equal to 27. Phosphorus is equal to 31. Sulfur is equal to 32. Chlorine is equal to 35.5. I hope these many things to remember, it is not the big thing. But other than this, whatever they will give, they will mention the atomic mass in the bracket, in the formula, in the problem. In the numerical problem, they will mention either molecular mass directly or atomic masses of the elements other than these common come across elements. Magnesium also you can add. Magnesium 24 you can add. So sodium 21, that is also you remember. Sodium chloride calculation, it is required. 23. Sodium 23. So these many things if you remember, that is enough for any exams. They will mention that atomic mass. Then very, very important in solving mole concept problems. So if you perfect this, if you understood this, समझो आपका काम हो गया. So 1 mole is 6.02 in 10 to the 23. I will read how you have to understand. See, I will read, listen carefully. Very, very important point. Now, so there are 4 units. 1 mole, 6.02 in 10 to 23. Atomic mass or molecular mass 22.4 liter or 22.7 liter. Just consider 22.4 liter or 22,400 cm cube. It's better. Now how to read? Say 1 mole of any substance will have these many particles. 1 mole of any substance is nothing but atomic mass or molecular mass of that compound. 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liter of the volume, or 22,400 cm cube of the volume. Cm cube bar ml, it is not per ml. Cm cube or ml, it is milliliter. Now, atomic mass of any substance is equal to 1 mole and will have these many particles and occupies, if it is a gas, occupies this volume. 6.02 in 10 to the 23 particles are present in 1 mole of any substance and which is equal to atomic mass or molecular mass and which occupies this volume, like this. So very, very important point. You can solve any type of mole concept question based on this. Then I will tell you one example on this. See, I will consider methane. Methane. 1 mole of methane. 1 mole of methane is equal to how many particle? 6.02 in 10 to the power 23 particle. What is the molecular mass? 16 gram. What is the volume occupied by methane gas 1 mole? That is 22.4 liter or 22.7 liter. Now you can equate any of the thing with any of this. This with this, this with this, this with this, this with this, this with any of the permutation combination it is possible. So remember all those are same. Hence I told you this you have to remember. Then mole is equal to mass by molecular mass. So many times we will come across this formula. Remember this. Then molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. While solving this empirical molecular formulas, it is very required 2 into vapor density. Remember that. Then, how to calculate mass percent when the question comes? Mass percent is equal to mass of the element into 100 divided by mass of the compound. For example, if you are calculating carbon dioxide, carbon mass percent you want. Then mass of the carbon 12 into 100 divided by carbon dioxide mass is 44. Like that we have to consider. Then stoichiometry calculation. This is another important point. Here we are going to relate with mole, with molecule, with mass, with volume. Remember, mole with molecule, with mass, with volume. Very, very important point. Similarly here, mole with molecule, with mass, with volume. Similar here, I will tell you how to read this. Because many of the time the question was asked on such concept by giving any reactions. Remember, they will give mole, you have to calculate mass. They will give molecule, you have to calculate liter. They will give mass, you have to calculate how many mole. In such case, it is very, very helpful. See, methane plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus 2H2. How to read? 1 mole of methane react with 2 moles of oxygen to form 1 mole of carbon dioxide plus 2 mole of water is formed. 1 molecule, 2 molecule react together to form 1 molecule of CO2, 2 molecule of water. 16 gram methane give plus 64 gram of O2. Yakandra oxygen is 8 into 2, 16. Sorry, 16 into 2, 32. Right? 32 to 2, 64. 1 mole of carbon dioxide, 44, 2 moles of water, 36. Like that. See, you can say here 22.7 liter occupied by CH4, 45.4 liter because I have considered 22.7 here into 2 mole. So 22.7, 45.4. Then how to read? See, you can equate with any of the unit with any of the unit, any of the unit with any of the unit with any of the unit with any of the unit. See, 1 mole with 2 molecule, 1 mole of methane react with 2 molecule to form 44 gram of carbon dioxide and 45.4 liter of water. Very interesting, correct? So 16 gram of methane react with 2 moles of oxygen to form 22.7 liter of carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of water is formed. Or you can say 2 into Avogadro number of particles are formed, like that. Very, very important point, remember. One thing I will tell you, listen carefully, especially on this particular chapter. If you solve more and more questions, then only you will understand all these synopsis in the clear manner. Here actually there is nothing like synopsis. Directly if you solve the question also, you will come to know so many things from this. So, but I tried to explain some synopsis part, then I will solve the question. But you have to solve, whatever the question I will solve, that is not enough, my dear students, remember. So you have to solve many more questions from the some other reference books. Fine, this is stoichiometric calculations. Then limiting reagent. So limiting reagent is nothing but reagent which completely consumed in the reaction. This also, I have explained this in the first reaction, first question itself in the CET part. 2018 question was asked on this. So there I will tell you. Then mass percent, how to calculate? See, percentage mass of the solution, concentrating expression solution. So mass of the component into 100 divided by mass of the solution. Remember that. See, for example, mass percent of, you want carbon dioxide once again, present in the water. Right? Carbon dioxide mass 44 into 100 divided by carbon dioxide plus water. You can take the mass, they will give that. So like that. Volume percentage, volume of the component into 100 divided by volume of the solution, remember. ppm is nothing but mass of solute by mass of solution into 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6 is million, parts per million. Molarity, important part here, number of moles of solute by total volume of the solution in liter. Or if mole is not given directly, then what you have to do? Weight divided by molecular weight. Right? Weight mass of the solute, molecular mass of the solute into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in ml here. Volume of the solution in ml, remember. When you write 1000 above, you have to write it in ml. If there is no 1000, you have to take it in liter. Always very important, it is independent on the temperature. Remember, it is dependent, molality is independent of temperature. It is dependent of temperature. Then molality. Molality is nothing but number of moles of the solute by mass of solvent in kg. Only the difference with molarity and molality is here solution in liter, you can say. Correct? A solution in liter. But here mass of solvent in kg. Then weight of solute or molecular weight, you will get moles into mass of solvent in kg. So 1000 divided by mass of solvent in, it is not kg, it is grams, remember. It is grams because you have written 1000 above, hence it is in grams. Then mole fraction, ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all the component present in the solution. For example, if the solution is binary, which is having one solute and one solvent, then if you want solvent, so N1 divided by number of moles of solvent divided by total number of moles, solute, number of moles of solute divided by total number of moles, x1 plus x2 is equal to 1. Andre mole fraction of the solute plus mole fraction of the solvent, if you do, is equal to 1. Remember this. Then normality. Generally, I will tell you normality concept nowadays we will not use. Remember, if you see that the previous year question paper of NEET and this CET, JEE it may asked, remember, but CET especially and NEET, they have not asked any question of this type. So after 2014, after this change in the syllabus 2014, remember that. Because normality concept is removed in the CBSE. So textbook, if you see NCERT, will never see this normality anywhere, remember. But they have asked some question in JEE also, so I have taken this. So, but how to calculate normality? See, one thing is very important. If you know the normality formulas, it's very easy to calculate, remember. So that normality, on that very small video I will make in the next session. So on that normality, which will help you for JEE also. See, normality is nothing but number of gram equivalent of the solute divided by volume of solution in liter. So number of gram equivalent, how to calculate for that? The different another video I am going to make, so that you can see. Number of gram of equivalent weight is calculated by mass of solute divided by equivalent weight of the solute. What is equivalent weight? How to calculate? I will tell you in the separate video. Into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in ml here. So mass of the solute divided by equivalent weight of the solute into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in ml. Remember that. Then formula, remember, if the same solution is diluted, important formula, if the same solution is diluted, then M1U1 equal to M2V2. If the same solution is diluted, M1U1 equal to M2V2. Consider acid-base titration, for example, or oxidizing agent, reducing agent titration, or generally I have taken X plus Y give rise to product. If it was the case, V1 ml of X, very, very important, remember this point. So if this was the case, remember, I will consider it as V1 ml of X, molarity M1. Consumes, reacts completely with V2 ml of solution Y with molarity M2. V1X of molarity M1, V2 of Y molarity M2. Then these two can be equated because this will consume this many amount. So this is the stoichiometry reaction where A1 M1 V1 equal to A2 M2 V2. What is A1 and A2? See, A1 and A2 is nothing but, if you remember, for potassium permanganate and FAS titration, ferrous ammonium sulfate titration, what you have done in the exam also, in that case, you have considered A1 M1 V1 of potassium permanganate, in which A1 as, remember, 5. For potassium permanganate KMnO4, if you consider, right? So A1 M1 V1, A1 you have considered it as 5. And FASO4, FAS I will write. FAS, remember, M2 V2, you have considered for this, remember, 1. What was the reason for this? You can see KMnO4 reduced to Mn2 plus, correct? So how many units change? Mn plus 7 to plus 2, 5 unit, hence you have taken this. M2 V2 FAS, Fe2 plus oxidized to Fe3 plus. So 1 unit change, hence you have taken 1. Similarly, if you remember last year first PUC titration, HCl against NaOH. A1 M1 V1 is equal to A2 M2 V2 or B2 M2 V2 depending on. There you have considered for this, remember, A1 as 1. NaOH A2 as 1. Because acidity of the base 1. OH, 1 OH is there. Basicity of the acid, 1 hydrogen replaceable, so 1. If it is oxalic acid, COOH, COOH, we have considered, remember, 2. That is, basicity of the acid is 2 here, 2 hydrogens are there. So like that, A1 or A2 is nothing but it may be acidity of the base, basicity of the acid, number of electron changed in the oxidizing, reducing reagents, like that. So that you can substitute and get the answer. On this also, 2015 one question was asked, that also I will solve and show it to you. It's very important. Last year, 2016, I think, if I remember, I may be wrong also. In the NEET question, it was asked. So, when two solutions of same solute are mixed, then the molarity is, just imagine HCl and NaOH is mixed. So, what they have considered is 10 ml of 2M HCl. Then here, if it is 10 ml of 2M HCl reacts with 20 ml of 3M NaOH, which is mixed together form the solution. What is the molarity of the solution? Like that. In such case, remember, here we have went for molarity M3 is equal to resulting solution. M3 is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. Very, very important formula. M3 is equal to molarity of this resulting solution is equal to M1 V1 into M2 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. Very, very important. Remember that. Then if the isotopic abundance is given, average atomic mass of the element or atom is given, it as percentage abundance into atomic mass of first isotope, percentage abundance into atomic mass of second isotope. If it is having third, percentage abundance into atomic mass of third isotope divided by percentage abundance of 1, percentage abundance of 2, percentage abundance of 3, like that. So average atomic mass can be calculated in this particular case. So these are the important points in synopsis part of the basic concepts of chemistry. Then we will solve the questions on this. Yes. Now you can see first PUC, some basic concepts of chemistry, KCET, previous year questions I have considered. So previous year questions I have considered, and that too, remember, I have considered it up to 2013. So 2013 to 2018. 6 years paper. And remember, 2019 already I have solved in the detailed manner, chapter wise. The link is given in the description box that you can see. Now, first question. 1 gram of Mg burnt with 0.28 gram of oxygen. 1 gram of Mg burnt with 0.28 gram of oxygen in a closed vessel. Which reactant is left in excess and how much they are asking? This is depending on limiting reagent concept. Remember, 2018 asked question it is. So now, what we will do, we will write the reaction first. So 2 mg plus O2 give rise to 2 MgO. This is the reaction. So oxygen and magnesium weight is given. So then what we will do in this particular case, we will see standard. Standard is how much? 24 magnesium weight into 2. That is 48 gram reacts with 32 gram of oxygen is the standard one. Right? So remember, 48 gram of magnesium required in the according to standard reaction required 32 gram of oxygen. So 1 mg required how much we calculate? 1 gram, 38 gram of mg, 1 gram required how much? 1 gram mg required how much we will see. So what to do? So 32 divided by 48. 32 divided by 48, how much you will get? So 2 by 3 you will get, correct? 16 to the 16 3 is 2 by 3 is nothing but 0.66 gram. Which means what you have understood here, see 1 gram of magnesium requires 0.66 gram of oxygen. But how much oxygen is given? 0.28 gram of oxygen. Which one is given less? Oxygen is given less. Then which is the reactant left in excess? Tell me. Reactant left in excess is which one? Definitely magnesium. So out of 2, 1 is the answer. Magnesium left in the excess amount. Then the shortcut is not necessary to calculate further how much it is left. Common sense it is. See, they have given 1 gram. Then definitely it will never be the option. See, they have given 1 gram. Left out is 5.8 gram. How it is possible? Whether you will bring it this magnesium from your house? No, right? So hence remember 1 gram means this should be the answer. So answer for this question is B. Remember B. So first one you calculate easily. Second one shortcut. That is common sense. 5.8 gram, 0.58 grams. So 0.58 grams should be the answer. Very important. Remember that. So this is about first question. Now you will see second question. In case of the second question, what is given? If 3.01. So I hope the first question is clear. Right. So 3.01 in 10 to the power 20 molecules are removed from 98 mg of the H2SO4. Then a number of moles of H2SO4 left are. See, calculate number of moles of H2SO4 left. First you have to calculate the number of moles present in this. The number of moles present in this. So that this is removed, which means this minus this, you are going to get the answer. So first we will say number of moles in, see in exam not necessary to write all these things. In this case, my intention is to understand this or convey this message to you. Hence I will write in detail. Otherwise remember this type of question can be solved in 30 seconds very easily. Here this also can be solved in 30 seconds. Remember if your mathematical skills are good. But here I wanted to make this problem understand to you. Hence remember I am going to explain in detail. Number of moles present in 98 mg of sulfuric acid. How much? Sulfuric acid molecular weight is how much? Sulfur is 32. Right? Oxygen is the 16. So you will get 98 gram. Remember 98 gram having Avogadro number 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Then 98 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram having how much? So calculation should be very fast. Hence what we will do, we will cancel these two. Which means 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 minus 23. Which means what is the answer? You will get it here. So 6.02 into 10 to the power 20. Correct? Any doubt? You can see that once again. 98 get cancelled. Minus 3 will take it here. Multiply with this. So minus 20 is left. This is fine. Then second what we will do? 3 in 10 to the power 20 molecules means what is the amount you will say? See, we know that 6 into 10 to the power 23 means 1 mole. This is means 1 mole. Correct? So remember, in this particular case, actually not necessary to do this one. What is here? Because here we will get particle. What we will do, instead of this is equal to 1 mole. 1 mole. Right? So this is equal to how many mole you calculate? 6.02 into 10 to the power 20 means how many moles? So 1 mole means 10 to the power minus 3 mole you will get. 10 to the power minus 3 moles we will get. We can calculate. Now 16 10 to the power 23 means 1 mole. 3 into 10 to the power 20 means how many mole? You calculate. So 3 into 10 to the power 20 divided by 6 into 10 to the power 23. So 3 ones are 3 twos are 1 by 2 means 0.5. 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 mole. Correct? So it is 1 into 10 to the power minus 3. It is 0.5. What is the difference? 0.5. Correct? So answer for this question is A. Answer for this question is A. Remember that. Like this. So instead of particle, we calculate it into mole here directly. Next. An organic compound contains C is equal to 40, H is equal to 13.3, 46.67. Empirical formula, molecular formula calculation, I will tell you. So what you have to do it here? See, you have to write the column. See, in the exam, don't waste your time. Directly also you can do. So just I will write the column here. So element I will write first. Then percentage mass. Then atomic mass. Then mole. Then mole ratio we calculate. Correct? Element is which one? Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen. Right? Carbon percentage how much? 40. Atomic mass is 12. So hydrogen is 13.33. Atomic mass is 1. Nitrogen is 46.67. So atomic mass is 14 nitrogen. Mole you calculate approximately also enough. 40 by 12 is how much? 12 3 is a 36. Correct? So 3.3 you will get. Here 13.3 as it is because mole is equal to mass by molecular mass, mass by molecular mass, mass by molecular mass. So here once again 14 3 is a so 42, 14 3 is a 42, right? 46 is there. So definitely it is also 3.3. Then mole ratio how we calculate? So this mole divided by smallest mole. These are the mole column divided by smallest mole. 3.3 divided by 3.3 because smallest is 3.3 only. 1. 13.33 divided by 3.3 when you do you will get 3. So 3.3 by 3.3 1. So 131. Answer is 4 here 4. 3 4s are 12. So 141. What is the answer? CH4N is the answer. Option C here. Very simple. Correct? So next we will see the number of oxygen atoms in 4.4 grams of CO2. Very simple. What? The basic you have to think. So we know that 44 gram of CO2 has, remember, so 44 gram of CO2 has, see, first, one molecule of CO2 has 2 oxygen atoms. Correct? One molecule of CO2 has 2 oxygen atoms. Now what we will do, we will calculate how many molecules are present in this amount. How many molecules are present? We know that standard is how much? 44 gram of CO2 has 6 into 10 to the power 23. Avogadro number what I will do? 6.02 is there. But I will take it as 6. Instead of 6.02 for our calculation 6 we will take. Any problem? No problem at all. Right. 44 gram CO2 has 6 in 10 to the power 23. Then 4.4 gram of CO2 has how much? So calculate. So 4.4 ones are 4.4 tens are. Correct? When it is 10, remember, definitely in this particular case, answer will be, remember, 6.02 into 10 to the power 22. You got. Correct? Now next is what? One molecule of CO2 has 2 oxygen atoms. So 6 into 10 to the power 22 has how much? So 6 2s are 12. So 12 into 10 to the power 22. Option is not given. Correct? But what is given? 12 into 10 to the power 22. Instead of that, 1.2 in 10 to the power 23 is given. This is also correct answer. Right? So this is the answer for this. Then, what amount of dioxygen contains 1.8 in 10 to the power 22 molecules? So what amount of dioxygen contains? So once again, molecular mass and molecule relationship it is. Dioxygen molecular mass is how much? 32 gram of oxygen contains how many molecule? 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So this much molecule present in these many gram. Then 1.8 into 10 to the power 22 molecule present in how much? So cross multiply this into this divided by this. Correct? So remember 32 into 1.8 into 10 to the power 22 divided by 6 into 10 to the power 23. Right? Now, in this particular case, so you are going to get the answer as, see how to calculate. So 32, 1.8 is there. Right? You are going to get the answer it as 0.96 gram. Correct? So you can see that. See, you make it as 18. You can make it as 18 here. So 6 3s are 18. 6 1s are 6 3s are 18. 32 6 are 96. Correct? So 10 to the power 23, 10 to the power 22 is there. 10 to the power minus 1 is left. So 96 into 9.6 into 10 to the power minus 1 is equal to 0.96. Answer for this question is A. But very important, this relationship. To understand this relationship, as I told, this is very, very important. This part, remember. So 1 mole of dioxygen, how many particle? This many particle, 1 mole. Given particle, how many? See, so many problems just now we have solved on this particular concept. Perfect this, remember. Then we will see. Sixth one. Sixth one is very, very shortcut problem. So, I think you hope you have understood this. If you have not seen, you can see that here. Right? Yes. Now, 0.3 gram of organic compound containing CHO and combustion gives 0.44 gram of CO2 and 0.18 gram of H2O. If 1 mole of compound weighs 60, then molecular formula of the compound is. So, this is a very simplest one. Some of you have started thinking about this part, right? How to do this like this. No. Here there is a shortcut. Here there is a shortcut. What is a shortcut? See, molecular weight of the compound is how much? 60. Then you calculate which one is 60. You will get to know very easily. So remember, answer for this particular question, 60 is C2H4O2. Calculate 12 2s of 24 plus 4 plus 32. You will get 60. So simply, the shortcut for this question is 60. Even a fraction of second you can tell the answer. 60 is this one. Then, 7th. 25 cm of oxalic acid completely neutralized by 0.064 grams of NaOH. Molarity of the oxalic acid solution is. So here we have to write the reaction. What is the reaction? See, COOH twice I will write. This is oxalic acid. React with 2 moles of NaOH. Give rise to COONA twice plus 2H2O is the reaction. Now we will take how it is reacting. See, 1 mole reacting with 2 moles of NaOH. Correct? So now what we will calculate? 0.064 representing how many moles? How many moles if you get this? Nothing but half of this is oxalic acid mole. Understood? This if you calculate how many mole? So half of this is oxalic acid mole. If you get oxalic acid mole, volume is given, mole by volume, you will get molarity. So this is the way, the roadmap for this particular question. Yes, we will do it now. Now we know that sodium hydroxide, for sodium hydroxide remember, 40 gram means 1 mole. Correct? So 0.064 gram means how many mole? See, 0.064 divided by 40. How much you will get? So 4 1s are 4 16s are 64. Correct? 4 1s are 4 16s are 64. So you have to put 0.0016. Right? 0.0016 you will get. You calculate very easily. Then what is the mole of oxalic acid then? See, if this is the mole of the sodium hydroxide, this divided by 2 is this. Right? Hence remember, therefore, moles of oxalic acid is equal to, I can divide by 2, 0.0008. Correct? Now calculate molarity. Molarity is equal to moles of oxalic acid divided by volume in ml. Sorry, volume in liter. Right? So now, is equal to moles of oxalic acid is 0.008 into volume is given in centimeter cube andre ml. Volume is given in ml 25. I will not change, but what I can do? You can do 1000 here. Now simplify this particular question. How much we will get? Definitely we will get the answer it as. See, you can see 25 hundreds, 25,000 is means 2540. 25 ones are 25 40 is a 1000. Correct? So 8 4s are 32. 32 is which answer? This one. Not necessary to do it completely. Don't use your time. 8 4s are 32. So the answer is here. Like this. Remember. So here also same. First you have to write the reaction. Then you have to see which one is neutralizing. Sodium hydroxide and mole ratio is how much? 1:2. Calculate sodium hydroxide moles. Then divide by 2 you will do. You will get the answer. Then 8th one. This 2014 asked question. Definitely within 1 minute it is difficult to solve. But we will see. So now what is given? 10 gram of mixture of BaO and CaO require 100 cm cube of 2.5 molar HCl to react completely. The percentage of CaO in the mixture is, they have given. Right? So in this particular case, percentage of only CaO they have asked. Correct? To calculate percentage, what we require, remember, we required mass. Mass, if you know, you can calculate percentage. Fine, what we will do? See, molecular weight of BaO directly given. That is required. Actually, it is given. CaO also required, but it is not given. But you have to remember, calcium is 40. 40 plus oxygen is 16. So 56. So you have to remember that. Right? So now you can. First, we write the reaction. CaO plus HCl. 2HCl give rise to CaCl2 plus H2O. Like that. BaO plus 2HCl give rise to CaCl2 plus H2O. What they are telling? 100 cm of 2.5 moles HCl require completely with 10 gram of BaO-CaO mixture. Which means what is the standard reaction here? You can see standard reaction is here. So here these two, 1 mole plus 1 mole means 2 mole. 2 mole of the mixture. 2 mole of the mixture required, remember, require 2 plus 2, 4 moles of HCl. This is the important point. 2 moles of mixture requires 4 moles of HCl. Then you calculate what is the moles present in this. This mole required, what is the mole of this, you will calculate. So to calculate this mole, what we will do? 100 in 25. So molarity is equal to, we know that. Molarity is equal to, M is equal to moles divided by volume in liter. Correct? Moles is given 2.5. 2.5 is equal to moles. Molarity is given. Moles you have to calculate. Moles divided by volume in liter is 0.1. I will write. 25 into 0.1 is mole. Correct? So mole is equal to, mole of HCl is equal to 0.25. You have got. Now what I will do? 2 moles required 4 mole. You can say right like this. 4 moles reacts with 2 moles of BaO-CaO. 0.25 moles react with how much? 0.25 into 2 divided by 4 is equal to, if you calculate this, 0.125 moles you will get. Correct? First part it is. See, I have written the reaction. Then we came to know that standard reaction, 4 moles of HCl reacting 2 moles of the mixture. In mixture having 1 mole, so 2 moles of mixture. So that you calculate the moles present in this 2.5 molar 100 cm cube. You calculated it as 0.25 moles. So 0.25 moles you are having how much? These many moles. Then we will do next calculation by using this, remember. So now here you can see mole of CaO plus mole of BaO is equal to 0.125. Correct? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವೆರಡು ಸೇರಿ ಇದಾಗ್ತದೆ 0.125 mole of this plus mole of this. You will calculate mole of this now. Now to calculate mole of this, molecular mass is required, mass by molecular mass. Correct? So what I will do, calculate, we have to calculate CaO, right? CaO will take it as X, CaO, and BaO we consider it as 10 minus X. Why 10 minus X? Because 10 gram of the mixture they have told. If CaO is X, then BaO should be 10 minus X. Hence, see, I will write this mass by molecular mass. X gram divided by molecular mass is, remember, 56 gram plus 10 minus X of BaO divided by 153 gram. They have only given 153 gram is equal to 0.125. Correct? Now you and your mathematics. Now what is that? You and your mathematics. Do that. Now you can see. I will write this as 153x, 153 into x plus 56 into 10 is 560 minus 56 into x is 56x is equal to is equal to, remember, I will write it as 0.125 into 56 into 153. 56 into 153. Now you simplify this. 153x minus 56x, nothing but 97x minus 560 is equal to. You simplify this. So when you simplify this, remember, so here approximately you can get it 1050, 1050 you will get. But actual answer you will get it as 1071. Right. So remember how it is. You take it as 150. Right. So 150 into 56 you do. Then you multiply with 0.125. You will get the answer 1050 like that. So as I told, hence only I told this problem, how much easily you will solve depending on, remember, what is your mathematical skills, remember. Now 1071 you will get. So 97x is equal to 1071 minus this 560. See, this is plus, it is plus, okay. 1071 divided by 560. So you are going to get it as around 5.26, correct? 5.26 like that, right? So in this particular case, sorry, something went wrong. Sorry for that. So here 97x is equal to 1071 minus 560. So you are going to get it as around 511. Then x is equal to 511 divided by 97. 97 you are going to get 5.26. So that 5.26 you will get, right. So you are going to get it as 52.6%. So around 511 divided by 97, 5.26 you will get. So 52% you are going to get it as answer. So the answer for this question is 52.6. Like this. Very important. Write the reaction. 2 mole required 4 mole. Then you simplify. HCl mole you calculate. 4 mole required 2 mole. 0.25 mole required how much? Then you will get the answer. Now 50 cm cube of 0.4 m K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium oxidize a sample of H2S to sulfur. Volume of 0.03 molar KMnO4 required to oxidize the same amount of H2S they are telling. Which means same amount of H2S means, remember, you can eliminate that H2S. So in acidic medium they have given. So here we will use the formula A1 M1 V1 equal to A2 M2 V2. Right? This we consider it as K2Cr2O7. This we consider it as KMnO4. This we consider it as KMnO4. Remember that. Now, in this particular case, right? So, in this particular case, remember, A1 is potassium dichromate is how much? 6 into molarity of this 0.04 into volume is 50 is equal to A2 of KMnO4 is number of electron change is, remember, 5 into molarity is 0.03 into this volume you have to calculate V2. Then V2 is equal to, I will write as 6 into 0.04 into 50 divided by 5 into 0.03. Right? So this become, remember, 0.03, 0.0. You can take it as 4 by 3. 4 by 3 you can take. So 5 ones are, 5 tens are. Right? So here 4 by 3 when I take, 3 ones are, 3 twos are 6. So you will get 40 into 2, 80 cm cube is the answer. Answer you will get as 80. B is the answer. Why I have not considered sulfuric acid? Remember, same amount they have told. Same amount they have told. Hence not necessary to consider that. Then the 10th question. The mass of 112 cm cube of NH3 gas at STP. 2013 asked question. Very simple question it is. What is the standard volume? 22.4. That is 22,400 cm cube is given. 400 cm cube occupies, remember, molecular mass of the NH3 is how much? 17 gram. 17 gram. So 112 cm cube is how much? See, 112 into 17 divided by 22,400. Right? When you simplify this, remember, 112 ones are 112 twos are 200. Right? So you will get it as, so 17 divided by 200. 17 divided by 200. Nothing but 17 by 2 is how much? 2 8s are. 16. Correct? 2 8 is 16. So your answer will start with that only. So if you simplify this, you are going to get the answer. It has strength 1, that is 0.085 grams. Simplify this, you will get the answer, this one. Then the empirical formula of compound, another very simple question. 2013 asked question. Its molecular mass is 90, they have given. Then not necessary to do anything here. 90 molecular mass, 90 gram, in which case it is there. Very simple. Right? So the answer for this particular question is A, C3H6O3. Because CH2O, it is a molecular mass is 30. Or you can do another thing also. Here calculate N factor. N is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass. Like that also you can do. 90 divided by empirical formula mass is 30. You will get it 3. So that answer is CH2O thrice. So that C3H6O3. Answer is this one. Like this also you can do. Then number of water molecule present in the drop of water weighing 0.018 gram. Once again, it is a matter of, it is the principle of this one. Remember, as I told, very, very important. I told this one. If you perfect this, you can easily calculate. See here how to do. 0.018 gram is given. We know that 18 gram is standard weight, right? 18 gram of water has in this particular case, remember, 6 into 10 to the power 23. 0.018 gram have how much? 0.018 into 6 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 18. You are going to get as 6.022 because 18 and 18 get cancelled. 10 to the power minus 3 is here. 10 to the power 23. So that you are going to 10 to the power 20. So the answer for this question is D. So I hope in this chapter I have completed some important concept. So if you understood this, share to your friends, those who want this, and tell them to subscribe to my channel. And if you are a first visitor to my channel, you also have to subscribe to my channel to get more important chapters, CET previous year questions. In YouTube, if you see, this is the only channel where we have solved previous year CET question. Thank you. Have a nice day.